Vinay Paharia, who's a fund manager at Religare Invesco Mutual Fund, joins in on Meet Your Fund Manager to talk about the Religare Invesco Mid Cap and Small Cap Fund. Vinay, thanks very much for taking out the time to speak with us. What's been your view on the market, given the range that we've been, trading within? That's 5,500 to 6,100.
Yeah, what we are seeing right now on the macro side is sort of unprecedented measures being taken, and these are predominantly to tackle the current high volatility in the currency. So as of now, and the governor actually put it in a very aptly, that the current focus is to manage the external account much more, and that takes a precedence. So currency takes a precedence over growth and over inflation. So clearly the focus has now shifted away from growth in favor of the currency, and that has taken a toll in terms of the direction and the near, in fact, medium-term expectations from the market, and that's been reflected in what's happening in the overall market.
Right. What's the rationale and the strategy that you're adopting with a fund like this? Because the sell-off in mid-caps and small caps has been fairly significant. How are you managing risk there?
See, in the mid-cap funds, the strategy is to focus on individual stocks, and these funds are buying stocks totally on a bottom-up basis. So we do tend to take a look at medium-term macro situation, long-term macro situation, but ultimately the focus is entirely on the underlying businesses which we own, and for that we have our stock picking strategy and investment processes which have clearly laid out principles, and these principles focus on achieving a long-term growth in the underlying portfolio, which should not materially change, in fact, based on near-term environment. But yes, having said that, we do take cognizance of what is happening in the near term, and and have taken some sort of tactical positions in the market.
Right. I've noticed that services and FMCG are your big overweights, with holdings such as the one in Britannia. Give us a rationale of the same, and would you continue to continue with your investment in these sectors, or would you book profits?
Yeah, in fact, as I said, we tend to take a look at individual stocks and the underlying businesses that we are buying, and if these high quality businesses are available at a reasonable price, we tend to back up the truck and we tend to own them for a long period of time. So that is the key investment strategy which we have followed in the mid-cap funds for a fairly long period of time, and we would want to continue with that similar style for the foreseeable future as well. So the sectors which you mentioned, actually these are represented by some of these stocks, and we do like those underlying businesses in those representing those stocks. So that's the reason we own them, and in fact we would be owning a lot of stocks in sectors which may be currently bombed out, but we think that the stocks in those sort of sectors are having reasonably high quality underlying businesses and are available at cheap prices. So that's the reason we would be owning them.